Hey there YouTube, it's Aisha and this is an inaugural video with my new mic. So hopefully the audio on this will be so much better than it's been the last few weeks because I've been using the audio that's on my desktop. While the desktop is phenomenal, has a lot of space on there and is fantastic to use, the audio components are not the best. So I got a mic for Christmas because my sisters are awesome. But today, that's not what we're here for. Today, we're actually doing a review of 1001 Dark Nights. These are the... So we're doing a review of 1001 Dark Nights, which is the books that are from several different authors. And they're all like novellas in between series. This one is a novella in the Montgomery Inc. series. It is 6.5, and that's by Carrie Ryan. I happen to get an arc of this book, and it is phenomenal. I absolutely love this story. Now, I know I say that a lot for a lot of books, but this one was really, really good because the reason I love this one is because the female character, even though she reminded me so much of me. Like, she did. She had a fantastic life. She had the life that she wanted. She created the life she wanted. She had her home. She had her job. She liked her career. She liked her friends. She had a routine and she loved it. But she kind of wanted to do a little bit more. And for her, that little bit more meant blasting the music in her car and having fun. Realizing that someone next to her was watching her while out, and then she just didn't care. She just had fun with it. Which led her to meeting Brody, who is this guy who goes to the tattoo shop, the Montgomery Inc. tattoo shop, all the time. He's friends with the crew, and they're such a wonderful found family as well as being family. So the Montgomerys and the Gallaghers are two different series that are kind of spun off of the same family, and they are also in Denver. So to me, in my head, I'm like, yeah, and they're friends with Jay Crownover's characters, the marked men, but that's not here or there. The reason I love this story, the reason this is such a fantastic story, is, as I said, she reminded me of me. She had her really good life that she worked hard on, while at the same time, she wanted a little bit more. So she wanted some adventure, and she went out and created her adventure. And her idea of adventure didn't have to be wilding out, but it was so much fun for her. And I totally understand. I totally did the same thing in my 20s when I was in college and when I graduated. I showed you guys the adventure books I used to read and follow. Like, some of the things weren't even wildly adventurous, but I did them. Taking a drive-through trip of my state and seeing the leaves in fall. Going to museums, that's not ridiculously adventurous to some people, but it was so much fun for me. So reading this reminded me of me in my younger years, and I absolutely loved how she was so comfortable with herself and how she was okay with the life that she was living, and she just wanted a little bit more adventure in there. She wasn't trying to change herself. She wasn't trying to be different. But, if other things came along with it, that was fine too. And it was such a fantastic read for that. So yes, I absolutely enjoyed the story, and I gave it 4.5 stars out of 5. If you've not read the rest of the series, it can be a little spoilery on some of the relationships. I thought there was a little bit of overlap between her story and the story that came before hers, but understandably, she was in the last story as well quite a bit because she dated another character, and then this is her story. So understandably, there is a little bit of older characters in this one. It's an in-between novel, so it's between book 6 and book 7. And this is her story. This is Holly's story. But I really, really enjoyed seeing Holly and Brody and seeing some of the older characters and loving the characters, falling in love with the characters and meeting new characters and seeing older characters. I've since gone on and purchased all the books. I feel like if I had a bookbuying ban, I totally broke it this morning by going on and purchasing the books on Kindle. I bought all the books that I didn't have already. Fantastic, fantastic read. I loved how Carrie made the characters real and so simple, and it wasn't overthought, and their conversations were so realistic and so funny, and I just loved them together. I really, really enjoyed them, and I really loved Holly. Just normally, when you reading these books, the women talk about, particularly female bloggers, we talk about, oh, he's our book boyfriend and how much we love him. I absolutely loved Holly. She reminded me so much of me, and for that alone, gave this book all the stars. Really enjoyed it. I love that she wasn't like, changing her whole life. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that she accepted that this was her and this is how she was. But she had her firm rules and what she wanted. And I loved every second of it. Holly is fantastic. My kind of girl. I absolutely loved her. I love her with Brody. I love her friends. I love Maya and I love everyone around them. And I love the found family that is there. And I can't wait to read more of the Montgomerys and the Gallaghers and just fall in love with more Inked-Men. But oh my gosh, I really enjoyed the story. I literally just finished this less than 5 minutes ago, and I was like, I definitely need to record my video now. But yes, I give it 4.5 stars. I think it's a fantastic read. I really enjoyed it. Carrie Ann Ryan writes a fantastic way in which you get pulled into the story, but it feels real. It feels like a conversation you're having with a friend, and they're recounting how they fell in love or how their stuff happened or something they've seen happen. It doesn't feel like, you're an outsider looking in. It feels like you're there and you're seeing it happen, and it's just so natural, which is not how a lot of authors write, and I really enjoy her writing because of it. It's fantastic. It's in its simplicity. It is fantastic, and yet it conveys so much. And I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird. I am actually in the middle of a cold. I am losing my voice again, but I really needed to record this video. I could not record this video. I really enjoyed this book, and I think you guys should definitely read it. 4 stars. I now have 5 books on my to be read file that weren't there before. And 5 new books that I hauled that I'm going to be guilty of hauling at the end of the month. But yes, these aren't the books on my 17 books, but now it's 21 books I'm anticipating reading. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys read it and enjoy it. If you haven't, if you like really down to earth characters, I really highly recommend this series because I actually popped back into the first book that I had started reading, and I'm loving the characters already. And I'm like a quarter of the way through. I really, really enjoy Carrie's writing, and I love, love, love the things that she's doing. I really enjoy it, and I think you guys should too. Links down below to all the fun stuff of where you can buy it and the blog and all of that. See you guys later. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.